the 44, shotgun snap taken by Nix, fakes the handoff to James, rifles this one out left side, intercepted in the backfield, and a leaping grab is made and a pickoff by the Colorado Buffaloes.
Well, there's an interception by Jacquez Robinson. Hadn't played for the Buffaloes, coming off injury, got the big pick against the Oregon Ducks, but the Buffs fall 42-6 to number 10 Oregon. Bobby PESAVENTO joining us. He was on the sideline, former quarterback for the Buffaloes. All right, quarterback talk off the top. We talked about the two Heisman Trophy candidates coming into this. Shedeur had troubles out there. There were various reasons. Let's start on the Oregon side. Bo Nix, awful impression tonight.
Played really well. I mean, good decision making. Only had a few incompletions, but they also ran the ball really well. They controlled the line of scrimmage, and when you can do that, it makes your job a lot easier as a quarterback, and he took advantage of it. I mean, he's a really good player.
Yeah, very balanced offensive attack for Oregon in this one, almost 600 yards, and it was pretty close to being 50-50. All right, with your Shedeur Sanders, he's put up big numbers, but today there was pressure. There was coverage downfield. It was very tough for him to find anything to help this team.
It was a struggle, and when you can't, like we just said about Bo Nix, when you can't run the ball, then all of a sudden those guys just pin their ear backs and they come at you. So a lot of pressure. They can put a lot of guys in coverage because they're not worried about filling the box. So it was a tough day for him. It'll be interesting to see how, as a young man, he responds and fights back and gets ready for the next coming game.
My guess is, being around him a little bit, there's a competitor in there, and that fire will be burning just like his father has got. There's work to be done on the fronts for this team.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got beat up on both sides of the ball by Oregon today, and we got to get more physical. We got to get tougher. We got to put pressure on their quarterbacks, and we've got to find a way to run the ball. Shedeur's just going to be having guys coming after him all the time.
Yeah, for the bulk of this game, Colorado was in the negative rushing yard range, and it was certainly tough sledding for Colorado. Xavier Weaver continues to be a guy that impresses. I mean, he had 75, 80 yards in receiving yards, so even in a game like this, he's finding a way to make plays.
Yeah, he's a great player, very impressive. And now, if we can get some other things involved where he can get, some other guys interested in covering somebody else, he could be putting up bigger numbers. But good for him. He's playing great so far this season.
He really is. Buffs fall 42-6 to Oregon here in Eugene after we heard from the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders.
Powered by Ford. Cars, trucks, and SUVs built for America. Built Ford proud.
Oh, no, obviously we're not satisfied whenever we don't put up the numbers and, be effective to open up the passing game like that. But that has a lot to do with just knowing the read keys and stuff like that, and just me personally missing read. Really, everybody understood what happened. Everybody understood what transpired. So it's really, let's just get locked back in. Let's understand what happened and let's move forward from there. I mean, it's not eye-opening because, it's the game of football. If you don't execute, then you're gonna lose. If the other team executes, then they're gonna win. Like, it's not nothing magical or anything they did that was just like unreal, surreal. It was just, we just didn't execute our game plan. The slow starts are just self-inflicted wounds. That's all it is. It's not anything that, it could be different play calls or anything like that. It's just us personally. We just got to execute with the play that's called.
There's QB1, Shedeur Sanders, after the Buffaloes fall 42-6 to the Oregon Ducks here at Autzen Stadium. Last time the Buffs are going to come here, by the way, to Autzen Stadium. We're leaving the Pac-12, going to the Big 12. Oregon going to the Big 10. That seems odd, doesn't it?
It is odd because the Pac-12's pretty good right now.
Right.
Some pretty good players.
Really good.
It's it's strange that we're not going to be coming back here. But.
Yeah, because nothing says Big 10 football like Oregon at Rutgers, Big 12 football like Colorado at Central Florida, right? Very odd world we're living in college football. All right, defensively, this team's got some work to do.
We really do. I mean, I think there were a lot of missed tackles, but there was also a lot of plays where we didn't have guys that are ready to tackle somebody. I mean, there was big holes in the running game and guys running wide open in the passing game. So it starts up front. We've got to get pressure on the quarterback. We got to move their offensive linemen so we can slow down their running game as well. But this is an opportunity to learn, opportunity to get better, watch the film, and hopefully they can find a way to wrinkle up this defense a little.
We talk about the big boys up front. What was it, 7 sacks today on Shedeur Sanders? It's 24 sacks in the season. This can't continue for him.
No, it's tough. He can't keep taking all these hits.
Yep.
And but I feel like a broken record because it just goes back to, the more you can establish a line of scrimmage, the more you can run the football, you're going to take a lot of pressure off your quarterback and remove hits from them. So the big guys up front got to play better.
All right, next week, we've got the top 5 team at USC coming to town. The Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams. Another marquee matchup. And he had to step up in competition next week, Bobby.
Yeah, I think a better football team for sure. And somehow a better quarterback. The kid won the Heisman last year for a reason. USC's better on defense than they were last year, so this is going to be a real challenge and a tough one to bounce back after what just happened to get ready for a football team like this.
That's the way this league is in 2023. You're not finding a game off in this league, and the quarterback class is unbelievable. It gets better next week. Again, that's at 10 a.m. kickoff at Folsom Field. We're going to hit the air. Bobby's going to be in the stands next week. Andy Little will join us on the sideline. We'll hit the air at 8 o'clock with the pregame show. That's quarterback Bobby PESAVENTO coming up next. We got a lot to talk about. Volleyball, soccer, playing some pretty good ball right now as well. And we'll continue to cover that here on the Buffalo Stampede.